Are you ready to tap into our amazing energy for November 2023? I know I am. I'm so excited about tapping into this amazing energy, and there is a lot of amazing energy. Not only do we have like 3 superpower days in November, we also just have November energy, which is an 11 energy, which is all about like walking in to your manifestation dreams. So it's kind of like, interesting. What are you going to manifest and how are you going to manifest? Stay tuned and I'll tell you all about it. Hi, my name is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman. I'm an intuitive psychic medium and I love what I do. And this is kind of one of my super fun days because I get to kind of teach you about how to manifest for November 2023. So first off, let's talk about who should not be watching this video. If you are a negative Nelly, it's not going to work for you. I guarantee you this is not going to work for you. If you're always like, things are bad and they're only going to get worse, it's not for you. If you're someone who complains a lot, like, this doesn't go my way and this doesn't go my way, sorry, it's just not going to manifest for you, because one of the basic essentials of all of this is having that amazing gratitude. And if you're complaining about things, that's not gratitude, right? It's kind of like the opposite of gratitude. So it's kind of like, we thought it was gratitude, but it's really, really not gratitude. So that's not going to manifest anything for you. It's not going to help you in any way. So if you are one of those negative, I bless you on your path as you go away, because this is not for you. Now, all the positive people are hanging out there. Yes, that's positive, because we're going to be talking about this amazing energy. So 11 is the master number. It is a master number associated with like higher realms, the divinity, our creator energy. And it's also about spiritual awakenings. And these all kind of come inside into different aspects of you and what do you want to manifest for yourself. Now, I will tell you, 11 is all about like the gateway or the doorway or whatever you want to call it. It's about walking in. And kind of our signs are behind me like, okay, these are the 11. This is going to be this amazing energy. This is going to be this amazing kind of like walking into something. So first off, like, what do you want in your life? What are you really desiring or craving? Now, please don't tell me you just want $1 million or $1 billion or whatever else it is, because money isn't always going to fix your issues or problems. So many times I hear this from young people and they're like, all I want is $1 million or all I want $1 billion. Well, if you don't know how to work with the money, you're never going to be able to keep it. It's going to literally run through your hands like sand. It's just going to like trickle on through and you're like, oh, that's not what I wanted. I know, I'm so sorry for that. I wish I could help. I wish I could fix some of this for you. But it's one of those, money doesn't fix all the problems. Money just makes you be able to afford different things. But I guarantee you, if you are in a very happy life, in a very happy situation, everything is going to be feeling better. I promise you. So let's talk about kind of like bringing that energy forward. So like I said, the 11 is the gateway of like walking into things. What is it that you really want to walk into? What is it that you're craving or desiring in your life? And let's talk about like that energy. What do you want to bring in? And let's first off talking about like the higher realms. It doesn't matter what religion you are or your background or anything else. Most people have like at least a considering of there's a higher power, there's some type of creation out there. And so just connecting and tapping into that energy can bring in so many other things for us. It can tap us into higher dimensions, higher realms. It can bring in a lot of creator energy into our spirit and our energy. And then it can also bring us into a spiritual awakening as well. So it's kind of like, oh, I can manifest on my own. I can do this. And so this is kind of one of those really fun ones. I will tell you kind of like the 11 is kind of like the gateway. What are you willing to move into? Meaning that you must be in action. You can't just sit around and wait for everybody else to do it. You can't sit back on the beach with a little margarita in your hand and go, I'm just going to sit here until Creator brings everything to me. It's not going to work, because part of being a pathway means that you have to move down the pathway. You have to be in action, and that means it's a journey, and it's a journey with you and your Creator as well. And so that's kind of one of those amazing amazing energies of like bringing that energy to you. It's going to be like, yes, here we go. This is going to be bringing in a lot of amazing energy for us. So let's talk about a couple of the things that we should be really thinking about in here. While November contains special codes energetic wise for us, it also has some special days. So of course we have all the 11s all over the place, and of course like November is just 11 months, so we've got all of this, and this can be called into your angels into action. It signifies your guardian angels and spirit guides are on your side, and they're ready to bring in energy or kind of like, what do you want to bring in next? And a lot of times people think about angels incorrectly. They think that they're guiding your path, but they're not. They're securing your path as you go past it. Does that make sense? I'm hoping that makes sense. Because a lot of times people think like, oh, my angels are guiding me to where I want to go. No, they may help you make some decisions like, I'm not sure if I should choose A or B. I'm not sure A or B. That's a good decision. And you can be like, okay, if I chose A, what are the things going to change? How are things going to move down the way? All that kind of stuff. Now, if I choose B, this is going to change, and this is going to change, and this is going to modify. And those are some good things to kind of bring into our mindset. But I guarantee you, it's not the only one. We have got to be thinking about like our angels and guides. Like, if I choose A, are there any repercussions? Are there anything else that I require knowing? Those are great angel questions. If I choose B, are there great things that are coming up? Or what can I expect from this? Or what are the things that I need to be aware of if I go down this B path? That's where they're kind of giving their a little bit of their guidance, or they might be pushing you more towards one, like this one's going to be a lot better for you than this one. It doesn't matter which one it is, it's out there. So it's kind of that energy, but you are the guiding light. We have free will. That is kind of the crazy part of Earth, is we have our own free will. And so that means that you have to make the decisions. You can sit on the corner of the pathway forever and ask your angels and guides to tell you which way to go, and they're not going to do it, because it is totally all about you. You are making the decisions. You are the driver. You've got to make some choices for yourself. That is kind of the energy with all of this. So this is kind of one of those like, what do I require in my life? Now your angels and guides are going to be kind of like your security guards behind you, making sure that you have all of this in order, making sure that you've thought about things that might come up that you need to be aware of. Those are always great things. But it's up to you. It is your fate. You have that choice. You have that free will choice to kind of make that energy come forward. And then let's talk about like the divinity. One of the things that I love is kind of just doing an I am God meditation before I start doing my manifestations. That can be a great energy for us of just kind of getting that connection to our creator source and kind of like calming our energy. That is a great meditation for us to do at this time frame. But I will tell you, it also brings in a lot of kind of like that spiritual gifts or those spiritual awakenings that come in. And that's where you can kind of take the side of like, what should I do next, or where should I go next? And kind of asking those questions of like, what is the energy that I'm coming down here? Now you may not get all of them, but I guarantee you there are some amazing energies out there for you to kind of like, yeah, this is what I want to bring into my life, or this is how I want to bring things into my life. That is going to be a really awesome one for you because it has such amazing energy for us. This can be a great way to do this. Now, once you kind of get in the mindset of doing it, kind of like I said, I always start out with my I am God meditation of kind of like just bringing that guidance into me. I will start to visualize what I want in my life. What is it that I require or desire in my life at this time? That is going to be bringing in a lot of amazing energy for me. And then kind of starting my I am statements, kind of my statements of affirmations. Like you want to make sure that your I am statements are clear. You want to make sure that they are really I am statements, and you want to make sure that they're kind of open-ended, but not too open-ended. So it's kind of like, how are we going to go with this? I will guarantee you that if your statement is not truthful, it's one of those, it's not going to work. So if you already state in there like, I am a millionaire or a billionaire, whatever you want to say, and it's not true, your body is going to shudder. Your body's going to shake and go, we can't even go there. But you could say, I am choosing to manifest great wealth. I am choosing to bring in great abundance. So that is like a different energy with it, or I'm allowing great abundance to come into me. So that is one of those like, okay, yeah, we can get on board with that because it's also a truthful statement. So I often tell people it's one of those, if your I am statement could also, because we're kind of invoking our creator energy, doesn't bode well for creator energy, it's not going to go well. So it's one of those, if you say, I am choosing to heal myself, and you're not really choosing to heal yourself, or you're doing the same action that caused the illness and you're still going, it's not going to work very well. So it's easier to kind of say like, I am now allowing healing to come, or I'm now choosing to allow healing to come in. And then whatever comes in, what is the next guidance, that movement, that action, that path, what comes in next for you is really like, yes. Feeling gratitude for what you already have is amazing. That's why we got rid of all those negative Nellies at the very beginning, because this is a really powerful one. You have to feel the gratitude for what you already have. And of course, Thanksgiving in November is the best time, because it's one of those, it kind of brings that invocation of like, what am I choosing to be grateful for? What are you choosing to be grateful for? Now, it can be small or big, it does not matter, but it's one of those, you have to feel it deep in your heart. Like, what is that you really want to create in your world? What is that energy that you want to create? Think about all the things that you love in your world and the things that you bring into your world. And it can just be like, I'm thankful for my house. I'm thankful for my spouse. I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful for my kids. I'm thankful for my grandson. I'm thankful for all of these things. Those are kind of the really fun parts of like bringing in that amazing energy to you. Like, yes, this is what I really choose to have in my heart and in my gratitude. I will tell you, spending time in nature. Now, this can be a little topsy-turvy because we're in November, so it could be cold or hot or warm or whatever it is, especially here in Texas. Like, you never know what the temperature is going to be like. But taking time to get in the sunlight, even if it's indoors, grounding your feet in dirt. I have a friend who always November 1st will dig up a little soil from her garden and kind of put it in a bucket and everything else and bring that in. And she will put her feet on that whenever she feels like she needs to ground, because where she's at freezes solid. And sometimes November is a really hard time for her because it's already frozen solid. So bring in that. If you're down south where I am, you can always go outside. Usually it's not terribly, terribly cold at this time, but you never know. You never know about the weather. Now, I will tell you, there are a couple of dates that you need to be aware of. So, of course, November 11th is always our super mega power day. Everybody knows about that one. But we do have two others. The other one is November 19th, because if you add the 1 and the 9, you get a 10, and that 1 is literally, when you add the 1 and the 0, you get a 1, and that's literally another power day. That 3 ones together is a power day as well. And then the last one that we're going to have in November is November 29th. 2 plus 9 is 11, so we have another 11, 11. So you don't just have like one of these, you have 3 of these. Now, I will tell you, to amplify this even more, is start your meditation, I will say about 11 minutes before 11 o'clock. AM or PM, it doesn't matter. And then you want to meditate through 11:11. Okay? So I would start my I am meditation, you know, an hour or so before, or 30 minutes before, and then kind of getting in that manifesting mode. Like, what am I choosing to manifest? Visualize it in your mind's eye, bringing that amazing energy forward, and then start your meditation 11 minutes before the hour, and then go all the way through. And even if you're kind of a wiggly person and trying to meditate, and meditation can be a little difficult, this can be a great one. Kind of draw it and kind of get into the action of drawing. Maybe this is a new car, a new house, maybe a new job or a new business. Whatever that is, start drawing it. What does it look like on paper? Because that's going to draw that to you even faster than anything else than you can possibly imagine. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.